Good evening and welcome to Vibes of India. This evening, Nandini Oza and I are going to decode how the tribals in Gujarat have voted during the Lok Sabha elections in Gujarat. There are 4 designated tribal seats in Gujarat and there are other 4 which have a significant tribal influence. The 4 designated ST, that is seats reserved for tribals in Gujarat, are Dahod, Chota-Udeipur, Bardoli and Valsad. Of course, all these 4 seats have been won by the BJP, and out of the remaining 4 which have significant tribal population, the other 4, that is Bharuch, Sabarkantha, Banaskantha and Navsari, the Congress has managed to win only 1.
Yes.
But why are we discussing this issue of the change in pattern of how tribals have voted is important? And Nandini, maybe you can go ahead in explaining why we are discussing it.
Why we are discussing is because traditionally the tribal belt used to be of the Congress when BJP was just emerging as a party, and thereafter also for quite a number of years that the Congress had its hold over it. And it was really unsaid actually that yes, it belongs to the Congress, and the welfare schemes initiated by Indira Gandhi, tribals still love her.
Definitely.
Prime ministers have come and gone, parties have changed, but it is Indira Gandhi whom they remember. She
not even Panjo, it is Indira Gandhi that
they used to have a connect. She has actually visited a lot of tribal areas with her father as well.
And eaten and danced with them.
Yes. And she used to have that connect, so they have the respect for the party she belonged to, okay, after she passed away. So Congress was always there in the tribal area.
In fact, so there are so there are 4 seats reserved for tribals, 4 Lok Sabha seats reserved for tribals in Gujarat and 4 with significant tribal population. So this makes a total of 27 assembly seats with tribal population, significant tribal population.
Yes.
So till the mid 90s, the Congress used to win all, that is 27 of the 27 tribal seats.
A very major role in the Congress forming the government earlier.
Yeah, always.
Always, yes.
The Congress forming the government with a majority vote was just because of their hold over tribals. But in mid 90s, because of various schemes, and this is much before the BJP government actually got into power.
Yes.
Right? They had this Vanvasi Kalyan Kendra.
Yes.
And in 1998, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of India, this issue of religious conversion and a very strong anti-Christian sentiment that tribals are Hindus and the Congress through Christian missionaries was converting them. It sprung up first in dance.
Whereas tribals do not follow any religion actually.
They worship nature.
Yes, they worship nature.
Right. But this election, that is the election, the most recently concluded 2024 election, for the first time in a decade and a half or a bit more.
Even more,
it has seen a slight change in the voting pattern, and this is some good news for the
party. Yes, because essentially Congress here, especially in Gujarat, it's a rural party. Urban voters here, ever since the BJP has come up, they've always voted for the BJP. But yes, so it's a good sign, Deepal, that the Congress is trying to, make inroads. I mean, it should be said inroads only because they are actually regained the foothold over there. And that will
Exactly.
be very important, I guess, when the elections to the local self-government bodies come up some time
In
now.
next
Yeah,
6 months
6 months
or
or so.
so.
Yes.
You know, what is the foothold that Nandini is talking about is that out of the 27 assembly segments with significant tribal population, the Congress has recorded a lead in 22.
And that's really
And that's a very
good thing
impressive
for
figure.
them. Yes.
Right, because Gujarat has nearly 89.5 lakh tribals spread across 14 districts in Gujarat.
Yes.
Right, tribals constitute about 14.75% population in Gujarat.
Yeah.
And out of the 27 assembly segments, assembly seats that we've been talking about in 2022 elections, the Congress managed to win actually how many seats? One is Anand Patel,
Yes.
right, of Vasda, right, and one was in North Gujarat.
North Gujarat, yes, of course. Banaskantha is like has a bit of tribal population.
Yeah, significant.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And in South Gujarat, Dediapada was captured by
Chaitar Vasava.
Chaitar Wasawa of
Of the
Aam
Aam
Aadmi
Aadmi
Party.
Party,
So
yes.
that means, you know, the BJP won nearly 25,
Yes.
24 to 25 of this assembly
These segments,
seats.
yes.
So out of 27, when the BJP wins 24 in just 2022 assembly elections, it is indeed good news for the Congress
Yeah.
that it has reported a lead in 22 of these 27 assembly
Yes.
seats.
Yeah. And
Right?
here, like, you know, when we talk about the Bharuch constituency, where it was a triangular contest, all of them, like, you know, where the tribals, like, okay, so Chaitar Wasawa did not win. It was a disappointment for the Aam Aadmi Party. But when we look at, you know, the kind of votes that he has got, Mansukh Wasawa, the 6-time MP who went on to win for the 7th consecutive time, I mean, his lead was 3.34 lakh in the last election, Lok Sabha election.
In
And
2019.
2019. And this time, Chaitar lost only by a margin of, we should say only, because now it is only 85,000.
So
Yes.
from 3.25 lakhs in 2019, it
Yes.
declined to
And here,
this
yes,
many thousand,
yes,
right?
and here not to count the areas like Ankleshwar, Karjan, and Bharuch, which have these areas have all, I mean, more or less voted for the BJP, and these are urban areas, and Congress or the Aam Aadmi Party are, you know, usually weak in those areas. So,
Right, yeah. And these are basically, you know, sort of urban belts.
Belt, yes, the
And
urban belongs to,
industrial, yeah.
urban belt belongs to the BJP.
Yeah, and there are lots of industrial plants in these areas.
Yes, so
And,
you know the golden corridor as they call it.
Right. Also this time in Bharuch, to the Congress's chagrin, there was also Chotu Wasawa,
Yes.
right?
He was
Who was protesting his own protege, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate
Yes.
Chaitar Wasawa.
Yeah.
And Chotu Wasawa, we must remember, is a former 7-time MLA
yeah.
from Jagadia.
Yes.
And his son, one of his sons recently joined the BJP before the BJP elections, and the other son contested.
But he got around 10,000 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, you know, in a way, it finishes Chotu Wasawa's party for the time being at least.
Definitely.
Because, you know, Chaitar was one of the right-hand man of Chotu Wasawa, and then one of his sons joined the BJP.
Right.
So it's a major setback for him, and these particular results, like it will take time. If at all he is to get up again, it will definitely take some time.
So it was, Bharuch was a seat which saw a triangular contest in the real sense with Chotu Wasawa of the now re-Christianed BAP, Bharatiya Adivasi Party.
Yes.
And the Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party, because the Congress had a consensus candidate from Bharuch as the Aam Aadmi Party nominee, and the BJP. And out of all assembly constituencies in Bharuch, only one is with a non-BJP party, that is Aam Aadmi Party. Yet the Congress recorded leads in some of these constituencies. Similarly, if we have to talk about of constituencies with tribal constituencies where Congress has recorded a lead, if I have to name a few of them, I would name Khed Brahma in Sabarkantha Lok Sabha constituency, Bhiloda again in Sabarkantha, Bardoli in South Gujarat, Vyara in South Gujarat, Mandvi in South Gujarat, and Nirjar in South Gujarat. Also Valsad, though the BJP won, of course all the previous ones that I named, the BJP won, but these are the assembly segments where the Congress recorded a lead, otherwise the Lok Sabha seats were
won by the BJP.
Have been won by the BJP. So again Valsad, which has been won by the BJP, there Anand Patel of Congress recorded a lead from Vasda.
So he has been actually very, very popular. One of the key projects of the NDA, they had to give up because he was the one who protested,
Right. And again, from Dahod, where Dr. Prabha Tavyad was contesting from the Congress. Chota Udaipur. Chota Udaipur again has been won by the BJP, but from the Chota Udaipur assembly segment, the Congress recorded a lead. And then Panchmahals, again where the BJP won, but Congress recorded a lead from the assembly segment of Panchmahals. So all this makes us conclude that this is for the first time in over a period of 17 years during various elections that the Congress has recorded some
leads.
Development.
Absolutely.
And these are leads, not just a development.
And the party should now capitalize on it.
So, you think why has this happened, Nandini?
So, the problem with the Congress, especially in Gujarat, is that it does not, its workers do not remain in touch with the masses 365 days like the BJP does. Okay. And then having been out of power for almost 3 decades in Gujarat, I mean, in fact, we are tired speaking about it 3 decades and all that, and the younger generation hasn't just seen the Congress rule, the new voters. So all these, I mean, the demoralized party workers. So let's see, I mean, Shakti C. Gohil has an uphill task. This time around 1 seat has been won, and under the India bloc, Chaitar did well, and just for some more effort, the Congress could have won even Anand or Patan. You also have some sort of like, we do have a bit of tribal population over there.
We definitely do have. We didn't count Patan, but you're right. But we definitely have. And 2019 election, the Congress lost by over 3 lakhs. And yesterday,
only 31 or so, 31,000.
So Chandanji Thakur of Congress gave a very good fight.
Yeah, it was a real spirited fight. So,
In
I mean,
fact,
the
I
Congress,
was expecting that he will make through and maybe Geni
because the tables were turning like every 15 minutes, and he had maintained, Chandanji had maintained a clear lead of say over more than 12,000, 17,000 votes, but then that it wiped out.
So, why do you think, Nandini, has Congress been able to record this assembly segment leads?
See, I guess I'm sure there is a bit of anti-incumbency.
Okay.
And I do not think that the Kshatriya controversy would go in the remote areas. Only there are some Kshatriya voters, they would have voted for the Congress, but otherwise a bit of anti-incumbency and
Some
the
places,
joblessness.
some stray places like Santrampur
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Devgad Baria has
Yes.
Kshatriya population,
Yes, but
it's
not
very
otherwise.
minimal.
But then I'm sure joblessness, the issues, I mean, developmental schemes have been brought to their areas, but only some time back we had a real good video from Chota Udaipur in Vibes of India that the Narmada passes from there, but the women have to go miles and miles to fetch water. So these are the issues like.
And the Gujarat government, it is very strange, even often fails to utilize the allocated budget for tribals.
And
so gradually tribals are feeling that they are being taken for granted by the BJP.
Yeah, and even if the ones who become ministers are just bothered about themselves and they not necessarily stay in the rural areas in the tribal belts, but somewhere else in the towns, B towns or in cities. So, and Deepal, not to forget, the fake officer scam. It's a shame on Gujarat. I mean, such things come up and it goes unnoticed.
We've heard of fake encounters and fake degrees from Gujarat.
Yeah,
but Nandini, can you explain the fake office
there
scam?
was this like Bodeli area, one office, thrived for years and years together and it got government contracts, just imagine. So, it can't happen like
so these
without
are fake,
people
fictitious companies.
Yeah, absolutely. And then offices and they get contracts and the similar one was, discovered in Dahod as well, again a tribal
area. So, this fictitious companies coming up in tribal areas, employing local laborers, luring them with jobs, and bagging contracts from Gujarat government. This is becoming an issue.
And even after bagging the contract, what's a guarantee that on ground the works have been executed?
Right. So, of course, the administration has ensured that these offices have been closed down and legal action has been initiated.
The Prime Minister talks about Ayushman Bharat and other, health schemes, but in tribal areas, they still do have to go too long. They have to go very far to get good health care and even the education for that matter.
There has been an allegation that numbers are just added up for cosmetic values when it comes to school enrollment, especially when it comes to girls' education in these tribal areas. These are also the areas where women have issues of malnourishment.
True. Yes.
Number 2 and number 3, if we have to mention, as I said before, that the BJP has been taking the tribals for granted and so much for granted that Prime Minister Modi has not even campaigned in tribal areas, and Rahul Gandhi's Nyaya Yatra exclusively in Gujarat touched only via the tribal areas.
Yeah, so I am sure the tribals would have loved that, to have a glimpse of him also, generally. Yeah.
So, in the months to come, we need to watch you know,
how these
with an
regions
eagle's
fare,
eye,
yes.
whether Congress is able to capitalize on these leads that they have gained from the 22 of the 27 assembly segments in the tribal areas of Gujarat, or whether the BJP, which
Learns
is
a
really
lesson,
known
yeah.
for correcting their
failures,
mistakes,
yes.
you know, goes back to the grassroots and really woos back the tribal.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching us. Keep on watching Vibes of India
And-
for more such insightful videos.
And do subscribe to our channel. Thank
Yes,
you.
do subscribe.